The one guitar effect every guitar player should have on their board, in their rig, at least some knowledge of. Well, there's really only one answer. It's the coolest guitar effect, the phaser. Now, before you destroy me in the comments with what you think is the coolest effect, well, who am I kidding? You're gonna tell me what you think is the coolest. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think. I think the phaser is the coolest. I'm gonna lay out my case. You be the judge. I also wanna let you know that the reason, the inspiration for this video is a movie, and it's called The Pedal Movie. It just came out. There's a link down in the description. Go watch it. It was made by my pals from Reverb. They are sponsoring this video, and this movie is unbelievable. It spans the history of every notable guitar pedal that you can think of. You'll be excited to learn that I'm not the only one doing this promotion for this video. There are other YouTube channels that you will certainly recognize covering different guitar effects that they were assigned. So I was assigned the phaser, I asked for it. I said, okay, my angle's gonna be the coolest guitar effect, it's gonna be the phaser, but you can find other YouTube channels linked down in the description so you can bounce around to other creators and get their perspective on other respective guitar effects. If you like guitar or guitar pedals in particular, there is a 110% chance that you will enjoy this film. This is a real cinematic experience. The Pedal Movie, it is available to watch right now. Just go to thepedalmovie.com. The link is in the description. Thanks to Reverb for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the coolest guitar effect of all time, the phaser. So when you think about a phaser, there's a lot of different ways you can describe the effect. And there's a few notable guitar players you may associate with the phaser. Most notably, of course, King Edward Van Halen. This is the most pure form of the phaser in action, and what better way to demonstrate its full potential than by using Eddie Van Halen's guitar and his signature Phase 90. So I would say Eddie Van Halen is most known for having a phaser at his disposal and using it in ways that are honestly unparalleled and still copied to this day. As far as what it did for Eddie's playing was essentially made it seem like he was playing a lot faster than he really was, and that's kind of the MO of a phaser. It smooths out the pick attack and makes it seem like it's hyperspeed. So you'll hear what it sounds like when I'm alternate picking a super fast, and then when I add that phaser, you'll hear, even though I'm picking the exact same speed, it sounds like I'm going 10 million times faster. As you could hear there, it immediately propelled you into hyperspeed, and that is exponentially true when you start playing more than one note. So you know what a phaser sounds like, but just what is it? I asked my friend Brian Wampler, who is a master guitar pedal builder. Hey Brian, let me put you on speaker. What's a phaser?
So basically a phaser delays the frequencies of a signal by different amounts and then kind of adjusts that amount of the delay with an LFO, or low frequency oscillator.
Oh, of course.
But it kind of does this sort of thing. It's not that dissimilar to like a Unify, which is more like a sort of like that.
Ah, thank you for the education, Brian Wampler. So, it turns out, no matter who you ask what a phaser is, they kind of start to demonstrate its cyclical nature, the circular motion that it projects in this sonic landscape. In fact, Paul Reed Smith, a master guitar builder, said the same thing about the effect when I went to visit him and play one of the most famous phaser pedals of all time, the Mutron.
What this is a phaser. It's a Mutron phaser. But if I bring it up, it starts to come around, it's going around a circle.
Now maybe you're you're thinking, Tyler, you still haven't convinced me that the phaser is the coolest guitar effect. I mean, what have you really showed me? Yeah, cool, you played Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Yeah, some crazy pedal and guitar guys explained why they think the phaser's really weird and circular sounding. Well, let me show you some of my favorite instances of the phaser in action on famous recordings. How's that for you? I'm gonna use one of my favorite phasers in my collection, the Lunar Phaser from my pals at Source Audio. So now you totally understand what a phaser sounds like and, in layman's terms, what it's all about. Now, a phaser like this is the full potential realized of the phaser effect. This is by Empress Effects. It has, as you can see, the blend, which is how much phaser is introduced into the dry guitar signal. We have speed and ratio, which also has a slow, medium, and fast. Let me just zoom in so you can see this is a highly customizable element of this guitar pedal, and as you can see, they have switches for each parameter. We have width, which is how wide that circle goes to your signal. We have the waveform, which is very interesting. This can be associated to the type of circle, whether it's a big round circle, a wiggly circle, and everything in between. And of course, we have a little bit of the resonance, none of the resonance, or lots of the resonance. The resonance I kind of associate as a very high frequency range at the top of the phase. And then finally, the gain, which is just a nice, delightful piece of this pedal that I really appreciate. It's just that crunch that you can introduce into the phase. No phaser video would be complete without my favorite phaser, the Boss Phase Shifter. This was actually one of the first guitar pedals I ever got. It has this specific effect on it which continues to demonstrate why this is the coolest guitar effect. It has this stepwise motion, and the best way to demonstrate its full potential is a little bit of a tone chase. Any fans of 311 out there? This pedal has a lot of great traditional phaser sounds in it, but none cooler than the step phase, which sounds sort of like one of my favorite song intros ever, Flowing by 311. First, let me show you what the step thing does. It's basically like an arpeggiator. Handles monophonic and chordal work. So we're gonna see if this pedal can, I think that's a synth, honestly, but I read stories that Tim Maloney actually did use some sort of guitar pedal and had to do a bunch of different takes, and they were like spliced together to create that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this phaser as a studio tool and use it to create, as best I can, that sort of vibe. So I was able to use the project tempo to sort of match as best I could the phase shifting steps, and this is what I came up with. So now what I'm gonna do is pull that phase shift out and go back to a traditional phaser and really bust up the depth. Now the only thing missing from this, I think, is some delay. That's almost right. I think this actually needs to be stereo. Yeah. Pretty cool, man. So what I'll do is actually create a bus and put that delay on all three of these sounds. Pretty awesome, a testament to this pedal in particular and the versatility of the phaser effect overall. So there you have it, the coolest guitar effect of all time, the phaser, in my opinion. Leave your comments down below. If you have a different opinion, I would love to hear from you guys. And of course, thank you to Reverb for reaching out and inspiring me to create this video and sponsoring this video. The pedal movie, you gotta watch it. Check out the link in the description to watch. Thepedalmovie.com is where you want to go, and of course check out all my fellow YouTube creators' content on their own specific effects that they were assigned, whether it's distortion, overdrive, flanger, delay, reverb, it's all there, and you're gonna love every second of it, I guarantee you. Until next time,